Welcome to this episode of the WOW Women on Wisdom podcast, where women on track, women on point, women on wisdom deliver wow moments of inspiration to you, our listeners. I'm Paula Tozer. I'm an author, singer-songwriter, actor, creativity coach, and competitive speaker with Toastmasters. I'm your co-host for this evening's session.
And I'm Push Marsh. I'm a registered massage therapist, certified personal trainer, and an energy coach. And I'm your second co-host for today's interview. Now, today, we will be talking to one of our other co-hosts, Manju Basnet, the author of her book, My Journey is My Message, about her newly published book.
Manju Basnet is a financial educator, distinguished Toastmaster, author, and Zumba instructor. She lives in London, Ontario with her husband and beautiful daughter. She's working on her keynote speech, which will be ready for delivery in March of 2023. So welcome, Manju.
Thank you for having me, Paula and Portia.
Thank you. Manju, I want to get this off and start with the first question for you today. With the book you've published, what is it all about?
It's all about my journey, like a small girl who was born in India, how she was grown up when she moved to Nepal, what was the struggles, and how she took that struggles, the challenges into opportunities, and all the journey from till she born till I arrived to Canada. So I have ups and downs, and there were lots of ups and downs, and then I overcome those challenges and I'm here. Still, there is more way to go, but people can learn lots of lessons from my journey. So it's all about my journey.
Sounds very interesting. All about the different things that you've gone through to get you to where you are today. And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to that.
Exactly.
So when did you first realize you wanted to be a writer? And how long did it take you to write your book?
Okay, that's an interesting question. So I thought about writing a book a few years back, but I didn't feel like, okay, I'm ready yet. Like you feel like maybe still I need to work on my writing skills. I need to learn some things in terms of writing. But last year when I joined private coaching with Rajesh Agarwal, then one of the goal I said that I want to write a book. And then he suggested me like, why don't you write 1 page a day? That looks easy, like 1 page a day. Are you sure that if I write 1 page a day, can I finish the book? I said, Manju, just write 1 page a day. And I know about habits. So I thought, okay, let me try. So what I did, I just focus on, instead of looking all the ways, what can I do? Just focus on 1 page a day. Every day, without missing it, I did it for 4 months. 120 pages. I wrote 120 pages. And there were some days I was so late, like maybe sometimes we were driving, but still my note was there to write 1 page. So I didn't miss a single day. And in 4 months, my book was ready. The script was ready. I don't have to know like all the ways. So first I just thought, okay, let me focus only 1 page a day. So that's how I started, and I finished within 4 months. Then it took some time to write, edit, and to do all the stuff, but it worked it. So anyone is looking for to do anything, so I would suggest start with the baby step. Who knows? Like, if you're consistent and persistent, you will get what you want. So that's what I learned from this. Writing a book makes me feel like anything we want in our life, if we make a habit and just do those things, it takes maybe 10 minutes a day for me, not more than that. So it was easy, and I felt like, yes, this is it.
So you developed a habit of sitting down every day and writing that 1 page. And did you find that it became easier as time went on?
Yeah, it was very easy. Some of the day I found difficult, like what I'm going to write, like the content was not coming, but I forced myself to write something like what I'm going to write. Like it was not prevailing or the masses that I want to like pass on, but still I just forced myself, whether I like it or I didn't like it. I make sure that should be a part of my life, and I need to do on daily basis till I complete my book. that's how I get started and keep on going, and then finally the book is ready.
And exactly. And that's what I find as well, is that when you just allow yourself to write, you just allow the words to flow. You don't censor them and you don't try to edit them at that point. You just write it out. And after a while, you see the story is formed. So that's really, really cool.
Exactly.
Make it sound so simple. You can pump out 3 books a year with that kind of math.
Yay!
That's fantastic. So, Manju, with this book, what is the prevailing message with this new book of yours?
Okay, so I talk about lots of things, and the main heroes are my parents here. So I'm talking about my parents, how my parents, like both of them, didn't get the chance to go to school, but they were very visionary person, I would say. Like they were very open-minded. They realized the importance of educations, and they gave us those type of environment. So I'm truly grateful to them. So providing those type of environment to our children will be the key. Like if your parents are educated, but if they're not open and then didn't know, that doesn't make sense. So for me, although they were uneducated, but they were visionary, they want us to study, they were providing those type of opportunity, helps me to grow in such a way. Like I was like financially, we were in very poor conditions, like in terms of many ways, we were in the not right side, but they have told us like you need to study, and they provided those type of environment, help us to have that vision. Like they make us to think or dream big. Like you can do, if you study, you must study. Like their focus was you must study. If you focus on this thing, you can have whatever you want. So they prioritize us. Like they told us you need to study no matter what. Like they sold their land to educate us. So I can see like how much value they have seen in educations. That's the time they provided those type of environment. That's how we get the wings to fly. Now we are living like, we all are set up like we are 5 children. So 2 of us, me and my sister, are in Canada. My 2 brothers are in Australia. So my youngest one is with my mom right now. But my mom is traveling. She has lots of hard work, like tough time, but at the end it's worth it. So having those type of environment is the key, I would say. And at the same time, if you can utilize those things, you can have the dream life that you are willing to have it. And the hard work you put each time, there will be ups and downs, but how we take that challenges in our life will figure out. Like, if I take the challenges thus, so I have the options. Like when there is challenges, I could say like, oh, why these challenges? Like what I'm going to do instead of that one? How can I deal with that one? What's the solution? If I try to look that alternative, I think there are ways to overcome that solutions. And that's the time we build the strength, we build that resilience, and we feel like I can do anything. So that's the thing that I feel like with that book, anyone can learn the lessons. So in each chapter, I have mentioned what lessons I have learned. So I'm trying to be better version of myself. Like what I was yesterday, I'm trying to be better than yesterday. So getting better each time, and still there is room for improvement. And I'm trying to be best, like trying to be better each and every day. So that's the lesson from my book. Like people can learn, everyone can learn from my book.
That's
and
amazing.
a wonderful tribute to your mom and dad, and what a power couple they were. As you say, even though they weren't educated, they certainly had a vision. They had their eyes on the prize. And you know what? It's so cool to see that their legacy is in their children. Exactly. And it's in your life and the lives of your siblings. And that is what a wonderful message.
Hard work pays off. Beautiful. Now, if you've just joined us, you are listening to the WOW Women on Wisdom podcast with our special guest and author, Manju Basnet.
Now, Manju, who is this book for? Who will love this book?
Anyone who wants to do something in their life, they can get the message from there. So everyone has their own journey. From my journey also, they can get the knowledge, and then they can implement the things that I have learned without facing those things. Like we can learn from anyone's life, like how they have gone through all these obstacles and how they overcome. So we can learn the lessons from other people, not we have to go through all that stages. So it will be a great, like, since I'm immigrant, like a girl who was born in India, raised in Nepal, then went to different part of the world. So what's her challenges, like in each phase of my life? Like when I went to Malaysia, it was very difficult for me to understand, like to communicate in English. So what was the challenges? When I went to Dubai, what was the challenges like for me, and how I overcome those things? When I moved to Canada, again, there were different challenges, how I overcome those things. So in each phase of my life, there were lots of challenges, but I overcome those challenges. So people can learn from that things, and then anyone can learn the lessons from my journey. So anyone will enjoy, and there is like interesting, it's not so hard, difficult terms. So it's straightforward, easy English, so anyone can read it out and can learn the lessons from my journey.
A powerful story of triumph right there. And it's not done yet. You're just beginning. That is super
Yes.
cool.
Now I have the motivation to write another book.
Yes.
Last time when we had interview with you, so that motivates me to write like daily one page. Again, I will continue for the next book.
Oh, yes. There's so many stories in us. The thing is that if you just tap into that wellspring of inspiration, you will find the stories coming out. Humans are natural storytellers. That is super cool. So best of luck on the next 100 and some pages, however many that you can get out. That'll be cool.
Oh, and just with one last comment on what you had to answer with loving that book, and especially taking from the challenges of other people. I love that. I'm looking forward to reading your book, Manju. Now, Manju, for those of us who would love to purchase your book, where can we get a copy of your book?
So it is there in Amazon, so they can buy from the Amazon.com, or if they want Kindle version like ebook, also they can buy it from the Amazon.
Oh, great. So easy to find. All they have to do is just search "My Journey is My Message," Manju
Exactly.
Basnet, and you'll be able to find it.
Yes.
So Manju, thank you so much for sharing your story and a little bit about your book with us. And everyone, I totally invite you to go out and purchase a copy of this book and to contact Manju and let her know what you think. So Manju, where can people contact you?
So I do have Facebook. So in Facebook, if they search for Manju Basnet Thapa, they could easily find my name. And I am in LinkedIn, Instagram, so they can easily search my name. And even if they find like in Amazon, they can easily get where I am at. So it's easy, not so hard to find me.
Ah, cool. That is great. And do you have any final words for our audience?
Yes, I would like to say, like, whatever your dreams, like, it's never late to start. Dream big and pay the price. Like, it's one-time life. I want everyone, maybe you are not in the right field, maybe you want to have different field. So find out your passions, what you're passionate about. Dream big and put the time and effort to get where you want to be. Like, it's that much simple. Like, as I said, the habits is the main thing. Habits with consistency. First of all, what I want, and then make a habit on daily basis. If I'm making that habit, anyone can achieve their goals. So never ever like say that, oh, I think I should not dream big. No, dream big. I would say dream big, pay the price, and live the life that you want. Like, do not live this life in like misery. Oh my God, I have to live this way. No, you don't have to. There is never ever late to dream big, and then pay the price, I would say, and then feed your mind with a good diet. What are you feeding your mind? That's the important thing. Most of us, we are in social media, like looking other people's life and feel like, oh, this person has amazing life. What about me? Like, instead of having those things, what I'm feeding my mind? Am I putting the right diet? So we are what we read, listen, and watch. So I want every listener to be very careful, like, what we are feeding our mind in that way. If we feed good things, and if we have positive attitude, and if we put the time and effort, we can have the life that we want it to be. So that's the message I want every listener to know, and I want to challenge them to check out what they're feeding to their mind.
Exactly. And check out My Journey is My Message by Manju Basnet. You've been listening to the WOW Women of Wisdom podcast, where women on track, women on point, women on wisdom deliver wow moments of inspiration to you, our listeners. Until next time, stay safe, be fierce, and remember to always rock your wise.